Okay guys, so right off the bat I want to say that this is a story that IGN revealed earlier this week, and I'm going to leave a link to the source article below, what they talked about. This is not me scooping their story, this is just something that I really wanted to talk about and address because it's from one of my favorite comic lines that's come out in the past few years, especially DC related, and that is the Dark Knight III, Dark Knight Master Race. So you all know I'm a pretty big fan of Frank Miller. I've talked about him before and showed things about him in some of my other videos that I like. Yes, I know he made DKII, and a lot of people hate The Dark Knight Strikes Again. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, so I'll just say that. But I've really been enjoying Dark Knight 3 Master Race a lot, and there's some big new news for it, and that's that it's getting a 9th issue. This was originally only supposed to be an 8-issue run, so that actually is kind of a big deal. That's going to add an entire new issue, and apparently that's going to include the final issue of the Dark Knight Universe Presents. So I'm not sure if they are moving that final Presents issue over to book 9 from book 8, or if they're doing an entirely different one, like another one on top of it. Those were always fun because they built some backstory on top of what we've already seen and what we know about that continuity in that world, because you guys know it's different than the New 52. So I'm a fan of those. I guess as someone who's a big fan of this, I do have some concerns and I have some good things to say about it. But first I'd like to say what Frank Miller said about it, justifying the new issue. Frank Miller was quoted saying, "Once you dive into the Dark Knight mythology, it's hard to pull yourself out. Those characters cannot be contained, and neither can we." And obviously he's talking about him and Azzarello and just having a little fun with it. But this 9th issue is supposed to drop in spring of 2017. So as far as the good, I wanted to say that it's actually a good thing if they feel like they were rushing the story along. If they felt that they needed an extra issue to end the story with a quality ending versus running into a brick wall, I think it's a really good thing that they're adding another issue. They're not just going to try to cram the whole thing into issue 8, so that's the good news here. The bad news is that for those of us who have been reading this for a while, issue 9's dropping in spring 2017, allegedly. You may have to wait longer than that. Most of the issues since the release of issue 3 have been delayed at least once. Issue 6 specifically was delayed a few times. It's not even out yet. It was supposed to be out a while ago. So issue 1 launched in November of 2015. I guess what I'm getting at here is that at the end of the story, I'm not sure how many people are still going to be here. I hope a lot. I'm going to be here. But the ending of this story that started in November of 2015 keeps moving to a later and later date. Now it's set to end in Q1 of 2017, near the end of Q1. So I don't know. I'm just a little concerned about that, about the audience sticking it out. That's my big concern with it. I'm not at all concerned about what Miller and Azzarello are going to do with it. The two are a great team and they've been doing great work in this whole arc, so I'm not concerned about that. I'm just concerned that fans may either forget about it or just lose interest by the time that release date actually comes around. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. What are your thoughts on The Dark Knight 3 overall? What do you think about this delay? What do you think about Miller's work? Tell me how much you hate Dark Knight Strikes Again. Anyway, guys, love you all. Thanks so much. Peace out, and be seeing ya.